Hey guys, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I don't even know where to start because I have so many things to tell you about, but I guess I should start with the most important thing, which is we got a house in Texas, which is awesome. Last night was Monday night and my parents told me day before yesterday, so on Sunday, that they were going to get an answer back on an offer that they had put in on a house on Monday, so the next day. But because of the time change, I wasn't able to call them to find out what was going on until like 11 at night or something. And so I call them up and I say, "Hey, did we get that house?" And they said,
"Yeah, we did."
Now all we have to do is go through some paperwork. So yeah, that's really cool. The only downer though is that there's one city that my parents went to visit a few months ago, and they loved it a lot and they were super biased to it because everybody was super nice and they had like the best experience ever. And they said,
"We have to get a house here. Like we just have to."
I mean, they were really focusing on this specific area, but they also started to see houses in another area too that they were kind of considering also, just not as much as the area that they were particular to. I'm not going to say the names of the areas because we need our privacy and I don't want anyone creepy to be watching this and like try to come and find us and stalk us or whatever, because there are creepy people like that out there, so you gotta watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not that you're necessarily creepy, not trying to offend anybody, but yeah, just thought I'd say that. They put in an offer on a house in a city that's 2 hours away from the ideal city, and also the ideal city has the university that I really want to go to. So I was kind of bummed that the house that they put an offer in on is 2 hours away because I don't want to be super far away from my parents, but and my family, but I guess we'll have to deal with that when the time comes. The property is really nice. The house is a wreck, but that's okay because we're completely DIY kind of people. We can fix that thing up in no time. I'm so ready to start this new adventure in Texas. And so now that I know where my future is going to be, I get to think more in depth about how my future is going to be, if that makes any sense. Initially, I thought I would be living in the same city as the university I want to go to. But now that that's changed, my plans are going to have to be more flexible. So for instance, I'm going to junior college for 2 years first, so there's no huge rush in having to find a place to stay while I go to the university. The thing is though, none of the community colleges around in or around the city that I want to that we're going to be living in, none of them have any sort of tennis team, and that's really important because I want to get a tennis scholarship, as I've already said before. So I'm going to have to join like USTA or something, a team around there. And hopefully they have some good teams that are active and that and that they have good coaches I can learn from. So please be praying that there's a good team out there that I can learn from. I'm going to have to get a job soon because, to save up for college and everything. But I'm going to be in one place for 2 years and then be doing university for another 2 years somewhere completely different. So I think that my idea is to get a job at a chain store where they have the same store in both cities so that I can just transfer over when it's time for me to, ow, do you see that? And then transfer when the time comes. But I don't know which place I'd really want to work at because I don't want to just work there and have them know that it's kind of just a short-term thing. Yeah, I don't even know my own logic with this, but I just kind of would feel bad to be hired at a place where they want you to be passionate about what you're doing and want to do that, like have it have some purpose or something. And what I want to do is be an editor and a writer, but all the chain stores doesn't, like, none of them really have anything to do with reading or writing or anything. Like Starbucks or my voice is really weird today, sorry. Anyway, like Starbucks and Chick-fil-A and Olive Garden, like all those things, all those places, I wouldn't be doing anything that has to do with my dream job. I'm probably overthinking it. If you do know a job that I could do to earn money and also has to do with my dream, then please leave that in the comments below, because I'd love to know about that job and see if I can get that job. Yeah, I really wanted to tell you about this super exciting news, and it feels like, I've known that this was going to happen for a really long time, but I never really realized it was going to happen. Because, for years my parents have been saying, oh, we're going to move, and anyway, for the longest time my parents have been saying,
we're gonna move soon. We have to get out of here. This place sucks.
not our house, just like the area. They've been putting it off for so long that I never thought it was actually gonna happen. I thought that something would keep popping up and keep happening to make us stay where we were. So now that we're actually moving, it's really crazy. Like the first day I heard that they put an offer in, I went running because I didn't know how to deal with my feelings. So I ran as hard as I could, and it was a really nice emotion reliever, even though I didn't really know exactly what I was feeling at the time. I'm sure some of you have been in that kind of situation, but yeah, that was my situation. It's just gonna be so weird to move away from everything I've known for my whole life, and but I'm also interested to see where this road takes me. And I guess I'm more open and adventurous than I thought I was. I'm a very shy, timid, nervous, naturally nervous person about everything. So I didn't really think that I would take this very well. But yeah, apparently I'm just taking it way better than I thought it was, and it's actually kind of nice. It's great to put everything in God's hands and not worry about it. Everybody keeps asking me,
are you sad to move? Are you scared to move? Anything, just how do you feel about moving?
And, I always say,
I don't know how I feel, honestly.
And that's still true. I don't really feel sad or happy about it in one way or another. I'm interested, I guess, is a good word for that now that I'm thinking about it. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before, so I don't know how to feel about it. And I guess I'm relying on God, and God is so present in my life that I can just realize that it doesn't matter where I am, as long as I have God, then I know that everything is going to work out for the best, and I don't really need to worry about it. Of course, I'm sad to be leaving everyone behind at home and everything, but I also know that if this is God's plan, then I'm just going to, then it's God's plan, and I shouldn't be sad about what God has planned for me, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna miss the people, but I know that I'll see them again a lot, so there's no use in being super, super sad. I hope I don't come off as really cold-hearted or something, because, I love all of my friends, and I even love people that, I'm not friends with. So, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. This is gonna have to be cut back a lot, but, yeah, I just had, a lot to say, I guess, and you guys are my therapists today. Also, it's just so crazy because, I got the news at 11 last night, that we got the house, and so I was so excited and so, like all in my head thinking about all these different things that I didn't fall asleep until after 1 in the morning, which really sucks. So I'm tired today and I have these crazy bags under my eyes, which are really annoying. I just took a shower yesterday, but it's already hecka oily, and I think it's just because I've been showering too much recently, so my body is just like overproducing the oils to keep my hair hydrated. Another crazy thing, look at how stinking long my freaking hair is. It's ridiculous. It's all the way down here. And before I left, it was like up here. It's grown this much, guys, since I've been here. And I've been here for like a month and a half or something, like less than a month and a half. I'm actually leaving in 8 days, and it's kind of sad, but I'm also excited to see my family and friends again before I go, and before I move, and to be able to speak to people in English without having to worry about whether or not they understand me. It's also really cool to throw yourself into a different culture, and I feel like that's just the best way to learn anything, is to throw yourself into it. Just deal with it as it comes to you. Today, my cousins were busy, so I had to take care of their kids for like an hour or something, and they don't speak a word of English, so I was really challenged to use whatever German I have retained so far, and to know what they have to say and then speak to them back. And obviously I don't know a ton of German, so it was a little stressful, but it was a great experience because you just have to do it and then you'll know what I mean. I had to take care of the other girl for like 30 more minutes by myself, and that was a little interesting because she's only like 4, and I was trying to read her a book in German, and well, first they have a couple of English books, and so she said, "Can you read this book to me in German?" And it's not German, it's English, so I had to pull out my Google Translate and translate the heck out of that book to read it to her, and that was really interesting. And so I just said eventually, I can just read you a book in German. And I thought she was going to pick one of the easier, like, baby book kind of things, but she picked one that is, meant for adults to read to their kids. So there were a bunch of long, complicated words, and I had no idea how to pronounce them. So I was just saying it so wrong, and the syllable, like, I was pronouncing it so wrong, and she eventually stopped me and she was like,
Your German reading is not very good, Katie. Let's just do something else.
which kind of made me feel bad, but I mean, it's the harsh truth. I gotta deal with it. That was funny. And now I'm upstairs. Everybody went to the pool. I stayed behind because I'm really exhausted today and honestly don't feel like swimming today. So now I'm just hanging out and talking to you guys. And this might have to be totally different from my vlogs because this segment is already almost 20 minutes long, and yeah, just super crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this little talk, and that maybe you learned something about me that you didn't know before that's interesting or something. I don't know. I just hope you enjoyed this video of me talking about random stuff, and yeah, so please like this video, I guess, or, subscribe if you want, things like that. And I'll see you in my normal vlog of the week. See you guys later. Bye.